I'm back. Sorry I took a while to upload a video. I was kind of busy on a lot of stuff. Like I had to go to a wedding for a babysitter, an old babysitter, but also a friend of my parents and mine. But I wanted to talk about mostly two movies that I saw last week. And that was Prey and Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Okay. First, I want to talk about Prey because I want to give my thoughts on it. Overall, I loved it. I think it was like it's probably my favorite Predator movie now. You can't really, but the thing is that I can say that I can't really say that much about. I can't really say that much about it. That really makes sense because not a lot of stuff happens in this movie. It's not like overcrammed or anything, and that's not a bad thing. But it's kind of like back to basics. And in general, though, I also liked the Naru. I liked her a lot. I think she was pretty cool. And I think she's a great Predator protagonist. I think she's up there with Dutch and I forgot the dude's name in Predator 2. Oh my god. I can't remember his name, but it's up there in my opinion. So, but like also there actually is a Predator 2 connection. There actually as you know also what happens in the end of Predator 2 with the gun. It's in there. So that's all I'm going to say with that. But also the Predator in general is scary. I think it's badass. I like its design a lot. I think it makes him look pretty freaky with like the skull looking mask. It had pretty cool weapons also. That's another thing. And let's see. Cuz I don't want to like but like I said though, I don't want to spoil actually too much. The only one I would say is the gun thing, but that's what I want to say because also it like I said, it's just not like so much things happen in it, but you gotta have to watch it yourself to really like experience it. Sadly it's not in theaters. I still wish it was, but who cares? But let's talk about another movie, because this movie I can talk a lot about because there's a lot more stuff that happened in this movie. But like I said before, I'm not saying that doesn't mean that Prey is a bad movie. It's just that it was very small. But no, the Rise is a lot more bigger, probably because mostly it's supposed to be, I think, in a finale, if we can say that. I don't know if they confirmed that this is the final final part of the Rise. Who knows? I'm assuming it is. But anyway, I want to say that I actually really enjoyed this movie. Like, surprisingly, it was better than I thought it was going to be. Like what I would say about Prey. But, I would say that this movie, right, I liked how they, did, like, what they did with Leonardo. I think that was quite interesting. And also I thought it was crazy that they actually cursed sometimes in this movie, and they also like had some blood, and I was super shocked by that because it's like it was so like kid friendly and like it was so like I wouldn't say immature, but like very like basically just for little kids really, and that's fine. There was nothing wrong with that, but it like this one was way more serious and had like a lot more violent. It was a lot more violent, I would say. But also its animation's top notch as usual. And but also like I liked how they did Casey Jones actually. He kind of reminded me of Future Trunks actually a lot. Where he's like, well, obviously his future was like absolutely like terrible, and he has to go back to the past and fix things. So then, you know, the Krang, who's the villain. All right, sorry about that. Someone was calling me. But anyway, back to what I was saying about like the future, right? Casey Jones. I liked how they did like I said before, he kind of reminds me of Future Trunks. But also, I liked the how they utilized the Krang. Because Krang in general, I thought was awesome. I think that he, like, was threatening. He was, in my opinion, I don't know if I'm wrong, but he probably is one of the strongest TMNT, like, villains. Or, I don't want to say characters, because I think that you can argue that Ninja Tribunal are pretty freaking strong, you know, but who knows. But the point is also, there was like 3 different Krangs. There's like the one that's kind of like the crazy one. It's a female one. She's kind of crazy. She's like kind of the warrior. We had the one that's kind of like infects the people. He's like smaller, but he doesn't talk. And then we have the leader, basically. That's basically the main Krang. And probably looks the most like the original. And they're all really cool. They're all really cool. I think that how they did Krang was awesome. I liked his voice, and also like in general, like he also like he was like the turtles couldn't even kill him. Like I remember in like the Rise, they kind of killed Shredder. Like I remember he like became like they showed like he like kind of just disappeared and like became Rokosaki. But let's just say also Krang is like doesn't even like they don't kill him in this movie. I thought they were gonna actually like do that because they did that with Shredder, but no, he's like in a different in his dimension really. But like I said, I don't want to like go because this video is kind of short. But I'm gonna say that though in general, I like how they did also the Turtles. I like how they did mostly everyone, mostly the Turtles, because they don't really focus on that much on Splinter or April that much. But Casey Jones is also really cool. But anyway, I think that's mostly my thoughts, and I'll see you guys next time.